Hello, my pretty people. How are you doing? It's Jackie again. I am getting ready to do a little face beat. And we've had a lot going on this week. I mean, with the presidential elections, and, of course, states are still left out there that have not had a completed count. We've got Veterans Day today. Happy Veterans Day to all of my veterans out there. I hope that you're enjoying your day. But I'm going to interview my dear friend, Duane Dillard, who is a veteran, and he's going to tell his story. So I'm going to do this face beat. I won't talk during it because you'll hear a lot of my questions when I talk with him later on today. So first, let's start with prep before we get into silent mode. I put a little bit of Rain Shadow Labs moisturizing lip balm on my lips. And that's a huge jar. Moisturizing vanilla flavored lip balm. This is lip balm. Look at that jar. But that's what happens when you're a hairstylist. You tend to get an industrial size supply of everything because you can. Now I have another big jar, and this is going to be my multi-acid eye gel that I put on my eyes. Now, when you're putting gel and things on your eyes, remember, it's best to use fingers that don't provide too much of a pressure against your eyes. So this pointer finger I'm using, that's not it. It's better to use your ring finger here. That would be a better one. Or you can just use a beauty blender and just dot it in like this on your eye area. Like so. Okay. So we got lip balm. We got our eye cream. Now I'm about to use my Stila One Step. This is a primer. Just a drop. Just a drop. It's my first time using it. Look, that's enough. We don't need to kill it. And blot it in, especially on the areas where I tend to be more porous. Because I do have combination skin, you might not be able to tell, but I have a big cystic acne breakout under there. You just can't see it. But believe me, I know it's there. I feel it. It hurts. Ow. It's right there. Okay. Got that part blended in. That's the primer. Now we're going to go on with the face makeup. And I changed my mind. I said I wasn't going to talk, but I want to talk to you before I talk to Duane. Just let you know what's going on. So now we did those initial 3 steps, and we're going to put on some face makeup. So what I have here is my MAC. This is, and Kitty is here. This is going to be Studio Fits Liquid. This is an NC25. I put it in this little dish I got from the Dollar Tree to blend it. NC25. It's a really good match for me, I think. We'll try it. It might be slightly dark, but I like it slightly dark on the outer perimeters. Hi, Kitty. See, it's a really good blend, though. I think it's a little bit, maybe gold, a slight bit gold, because but it's NC. It's not NW. I normally use either NC or NW. I'm somewhere in the middle, so I mix the 3. But again, this is NC 25 that I'm using today. Just blended it in. I had already done my eyebrows off camera, but as you see, I already messed it up. I'll go back over it. Oh, I messed both of them up. We'll fix that. Hey, my loves. Now that we finished with the MAC NC25 Studio Fits Foundation, I'm going to go in with my mineralized foundation for a minute. This is in NC35. And I have the concealer in NC15. So I went about 2 shades up with each one. Let's start with the contour shade, which is not a really deep contour today. It's kind of a slight contour. See, ever so slight. Nothing heavy, nothing crazy. Because, as I said, I'm interviewing a friend today. So this isn't really about me. I just want to look presentable when I'm asking questions. And so this will be more of an everyday makeup look for anyone, particularly good for women of color. This will be of the color that I used as my base, the NC25. I'm mixing a little bit of that with the NC35 here. Just a second, I actually broke the bottle and I see a couple of pieces of glass in here. The last thing we want to do is get a big old mess on the camera here, right? Uh-oh, kitty, don't. Please. As you all know, I always have to have a kitty that's starring. And today's kitty is Sweetie Girl. Sweetie Girl is starring. Sweetie Girl, you're not a very good co-star. Excuse me. Okay, we got Kitty settled down and laying, so maybe she'll be a happy little princess for a while Mommy is finishing the makeup here. You might see her little fur at the bottom of the frame occasionally. Sorry about that. NC15, this is the concealer. It's also going to serve as a highlighter today. Just a little bit. Under the eye. Nothing crazy today. Although I haven't slept in 72 hours, I don't have a lot of action going on under the eye today. I don't know why. Maybe my body is adjusting. See, folks, I like to sleep. It's just most of the people who I know, most of my friends are guys, and they all work and do things during the day, and they sleep at night. My schedule's the reverse. I work the graveyard shift, which will kill you. And so I'm always wanting to be asleep during the day, but unfortunately, I don't get much of a chance to sleep because I get called or visited for hours when I should be trying to sleep and get ready for the shift. And then, unfortunately, on off days, that happens too. The only way it doesn't happen is if I completely shut my phone off. There's my furry kitty. She is there. Say hi. She's sticking her tongue out at you guys. She said, ha ha, I'm here. You can't stop me. Okay. So now we've got those on. All of our creams. The different foundations. So at this point, just a second, I found another little piece of glass. I can't believe I dropped it. Yes, I can. It'll be customary for me to drop everything. I'm kind of clumsy. You guys will find. I'll put the little remaining bit on my finger, on my neck. There we go. Oh, my neck looks a little bit slimmer. My face looks a little slimmer. It's because I kind of lost weight this week. Not so intentionally. I just, I guess it's the whole sleep deprivation thing. I don't really feel like eating. So one of the friends who comes by all the time when I should be sleeping always dumps lots of food. But I don't feel like eating the food. So I ended up having to throw away a whole bunch of food today for the trash, which we'll collect tomorrow. Yeah. And I don't like throwing away food because there are lots of people out there who want food. And I realize that. But I just don't have the strength or energy to eat all of the food that gets stomped on me. Just a moment. I am going on with this MAC stick foundation for a moment. Reason being, just to brighten up a little bit more. I decided I needed to brighten up the center of my face just a bit more. So I'm blending that in now. And our next step is going to be all of our powder products. First liquid, then powder. Okay, there we go. And of course, I can always put a little bit here around the neck area. Okay. Now on to powder. First off, I'm using this brush, which is really good for highlighter, but it's also excellent for contour. And I'm going to use this duo contour right here, which I picked up at a supply store. I actually picked it up and I have something else that I normally use with it. That would normally be this Black Pink HD foundation, which I also use LA Colors a lot, and I use just about every brand that can be used. I have lots of them here. I just, for some reason, like to finish one before I start another one. Some days I do mix it up, though, of course. Like so. That was another liquid product. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to tell a story. Yeah, that is another liquid. But we need a little bit more contour before I go in with the powder. And since I'm using this kind of powder, I wanted to use the cream contour that I normally use with it. I put just a tad bit of it on my cheeks. Almost none on my chin. And almost none on my forehead. Just what's remaining on the brush. That's it. Beauty blender. Now the duo. I'll go with the lightest shade here, the lighter of the two, the darker of the two up here near the upper bridge. Blend it together through the cheeks. Slight forehead. Chin. Even though chin is going, we still get the chin area. Now I'm going to use this big old matte fluffy brush. Powder brush. I'm going to use one of my EcoTools brushes. This is the one that has the jade infusion. I know you've probably seen them before at the drugstore or at Walmart or Target. And now Beauty Blender again for just a moment. Because we don't want it to look like there's two brown spots on the side of your nose. That's not cool. Here we go. And hit one more time on the nostril area. There. Okay. We got that.